Hey guys, welcome to an all-new unboxing special right here on ToyWorldOrder.com, starring me, Devall, and my wife, Carrie Devall, who doesn't usually sit with me on these because sometimes I get stuff and sometimes I buy stuff and it shows up and then sometimes someone's angry at me. So it's not always that she gets to join me.
No, just this time there's stuff in these boxes for me. That's
why. We got a couple of boxes here from some great friends and some great fans. The first one comes from our buddy Brent Scarano, who is a wonderful, wonderful person. And he sent us a little box full of stuff. And I believe I took something out of here already, so Brent, I apologize, but I think I put whatever was in here for me up. So everything you're going to see here from Brent is for Carrie. Brent sent us some neat little stuff. This G1000 Goofy sponge that has seen many better days. Carrie has said that she's not going to be bathing with said sponge, although Brent said that she should. Go ahead and do it; it'll be fine. A little rubber Goofy, something we had never seen before. Something cute for Carrie. A little. Sure, you don't want to bathe? Like you can exfoliate with.
I can use my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle bubble bath with it.
She did get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle bubble bath, which is pretty hysterical. And then some of the other stuff in these bags are. He sent us this really cool from 1986 Disneyland Gift Giver Extraordinaire souvenir button, like one of the early Disney pins that you got. It was a contest, and I'm not sure. I don't know how you won. I think everyone that entered got one of these. But this one's for Adventureland, and it's got Goofy on it, which works right well for her because, well, Goofy's her favorite.
Yay! Speaking of,
we got this.
Oh my God!
No, we've got a little baby Goofy like this, but he's wearing a different colored PJ.
It's red.
It's red and not orange, so it makes us wonder how many of these they actually did.
I need them all.
Carrie needs to find all of them.
He's so cute. Look at him.
But this cute little baby Goofy in his.
This one little tooth.
He has one little tooth there.
Oh my gosh, adorable.
Going on with the Goofy, this Goofy actually, I believe, came from a Pirates of the Caribbean set, either from the Disney store or Disney, one of the parks. But he's got his waist can turn, his arms can move up and down, and of course he's dressed in pirate garb. So I'm guessing that Donald and Mickey were probably a part of this grouping as well. But all Carrie cares about is the Goofy. Because Goofy is, again, her favorite. But he's got little earrings on. He's got little gold hoop earrings on, which is kind of cute. And he's very mean. He's like, gosh. That's kind of cute. We got some these little Daisy and Donald, I believe. These look like they're from Arco. Did a bunch of sets that we have some that were pretty much these figures just like this. They had their hands out and everything.
We don't have them with these hats.
No, we don't. No, these look like they were part of a farming set. But Arco did a number of little Disney sets like this that were box sets, and I think we've shown one on a collection expansion episode early on. But these little Donald and Daisies from one of those sets are kind of cool to see. Don't see a lot of Arco stuff. When we come across it, it's always neat to find, and it's always cool when somebody like Brent's like, "Hey, look what I found!" So those are always cool. And we got a couple of things. One, both train related, but one is Donald in a conductor's outfit. There, I'm not sure where he came from, what set he's out of. And then we've got a Sesame Street, a Cookie Monster in a conductor's outfit there. So look at that little. Not that they're both Disney, but they're both pretty cool.
This pen, you can't really
see it. It's
Mickey Mouse.
It's Mickey Mouse, but it's supposed to be
Sorcerer Mickey.
Supposed to be a hologram pin. Yeah, it's a Sorcerer Mickey, but it's supposed to be a hologram pin, and it's kind of hard to catch on camera because the hologram has seen better days. It's more reflective now than it is hologram. You got to hit it in the light just right to see it, just right. And then this little guy, which was kind of weird. We're not sure where he came from, but he's like almost a Little People set. But if you squeeze him, he quacks, which is kind of crazy. And then what is her name? Is her name Bernice? I think it was Bernice and Bernard. This was one of the McDonald. It was a holiday ornament you could buy during the time that I believe Rescuers Down Under came out in the 80s, 86, 87. And you could buy Bernard and Bernice, and these were just little Christmas ornaments. I remember when I was a kid, we had both of these, and then since then my mom, whether they got lost in a move or my mother may still have both of them, but now Carrie and I have a little Bernice, and I think we've got Bernard somewhere.
I think we do.
So
I think we do. I was going to say that.
Yeah, we actually do have the little set of them now, which is kind of cute. Kind of hard these days to find her with her little bow still intact and her little shawl on. So that was cool. Oops, that's cool of Brent to find. Little Sesame Street mini beanies from Kellogg's. This one's of Twiddlebug from the Sesame Street show. I think we've got a number of these, and we might have the other Twiddle, but we don't have Twiddle Bug. So we've got a few of these, and those are really cool to find. We bought a bunch of them in package too, like just at a antique store. I think they were just like a bucket full of them. We were like, oh my god, we don't have any of these. So that was cool to have Brent send us that. We've got a little a bookmark, a Dig'em bookmark from oh god, Honey Smacks. And of course, you know, this was one of the items you could get out of a box of cereal in the 80s, early 90s.
Back in the good old days.
Back in the good old days when they had toys in cereal boxes. Now they don't because, oh, got to promote good health for kids. Just put toys back in the cereal. It's fine. Trust me, it didn't make me... I made me chubby. The cereal didn't make me chubby. My old age and my metabolism is what's made me chubby. So, a little Dig'em bookmark, though. It's kind of cool. 101 Dalmatians, I think this, it's a little belt. It's just a little kid's belt that actually Puppet Devall may wear one day. Because...
it's about the right size.
Yeah, it is. It's about the right size for Puppet Devall. But it's a little 101 Dalmatians little belt, little kid's belt. Probably out of a play set. Because it's all plastic and fabric here. But that's kind of cute little thing. And then a Tailspin Stamper. And this was another, I believe, another Kellogg's item. This is King Louie. And the stamp actually probably still... The ink's seen better days, but the little Tailspin Stamper, and they had, I think, a number of these for the Disney afternoon adventure stuff. So that was kind of cool. Some neat stuff from Brent, most of which, and I think there was like maybe one item in there that was mine, and everything else was for Carrie. Oh, there was he sent me a Masters of the Universe, which I've got to put up now, and I forgot to pull it down. A Masters of the Universe mini comic, but it's like 4 different languages, and it's just this like thick hardbound mini comic Masters of the Universe thing that's like English, and I think Dave and I figured out like one of them was German and one of them was like Swedish, and we're like, wow, this is kind of crazy to see. So that was kind of cool. And then this box actually is from, there's a note in this box. These are from, this whole box of goodies here is from our good friends Brian and Veronica.
Brian and Veronica Penzini.
Yes, they have.
Yes, they have.
The note says, "Hey, Devall and Carrie, this is Brian and Veronica Penzini. Panizzi.
I'm sure you're saying it wrong.
Sorry. We sent you a few things a while back and have found a bit more for you both. Some of the items, hopefully not all, you may already have. We've watched most of your collection expansion of flea market finds, but alas, you've shared so much with us, we start to get confused. So do we. We're hoping that we are sending along a good enough mixture that even if there are repeats, both of you will be happy with what we found. Thanks again for keeping us entertained with Board, your reviews, expansion extravaganza, and the D&D podcast. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you both, Brian and Veronica, with a little PS that says, tell that lovable curmudgeon Dave that as soon as he stops buying all his missing items, I'll figure out what stuff we can send him to.
Good luck with that.
Good luck. That's not going to happen anytime soon, guys. But there's a whole box full of stuff, so we'll start with this. There's a whole, they sent me a whole bunch of vintage My Little Ponies, which are kind of cool, and some of them are really neat.
I've never seen this one with
that was one of the later release ones with their long hair. I actually think it goes to it came out of one of the play sets I had back here, actually, the hat did. So we got I got a couple of cool little vintage ponies. Their hairs are really well, really well kept. So those are kind of cool. I'm always cool. I always like finding vintage ponies. I might actually have this one because the cutie mark looks familiar, but the other two I don't. And I know I don't have any of the ones with the big cutie mark jewel things going on. I don't even know what those are about. But and there was a little hat in here that the ponies can wear, a little sun hat. It's pretty cute. Some of my stuff there. Let's see. There's a couple bags. There are a couple big bags of all this. What Carrie has always commented to say is the cute stuff for her. Mm-hmm. But we'll open this one first. This in here is a little is a ceramic Donald Duck,
which we do not have.
Which we do not have one of the ceramic Donald Ducks. I'm not sure who made those. Does it say? Is it a
original
Dan
something exclusive? Dan Briner, I'm not sure.
Could be.
Neat.
Yeah, very. We love finding ceramic Disney stuff like that, and I love it when people find it for us too, because it's really cool. Because a lot of times they find stuff that I've never seen. I've never seen one of those. Mm-mm. And he's got this. He's got a metal hook in the middle of, and I'm not sure what that was for, honestly, originally. So. They also sent the World of Teddy Ruxpin. This was a Wendy's Kids Club meal cup, and it's grubby with a bunch of fobs on it. I didn't actually have one of these little cups. I've never seen one of these. I have seen one of these when I was a kid, but I haven't seen one in years. So that was pretty neat. Let's see. Here's some stuff for Carrie.
Thanks.
We can talk about that stuff.
Goofy and Goofy. We got a little karate guy and a sailor.
Yeah, a little karate and a sailor Goofy, and then
I didn't have either of these.
And then they did send us a Kellogg Webbigail, which we actually do have a Webbigail.
We do?
I think it's on one of the episodes that we taped and we haven't shown
still
yet,
cute.
but it's still awesome. Still very cute.
Cute.
Here's some more cute stuff. There we go. Now these three Flintstone items, I believe, were from a Hardee's kids meal at one point, because I think we've got.
I think we have this.
We don't have this. We don't have the Fred. And they connected into, I think, a big band stage type element. They each had a little segment of the stage they came with. But those are kind of cool, though. And I think we found, like Carrie said, we found a Pluto, but we've never, or not Pluto, Dino, but we never found a Fred. Sorry, I'm on Disney mode still. But we hadn't found Fred. We've never seen Fred before, though. I think we have a Barney on this set, too. So. And then these were cool. These are Hasbro Flintstones kids figures that came out during the time of that cartoon. And there are... Oh, I've got them buried back here, but they all came with little vehicles, like these little vehicles they could stand in. They had very minimal posability. Their heads could turn and their arms can move up and down, and that's about it. But they're really cute representations of those animated characters from the television series. So that was really fun to see on that box. Let's see in here.
Oh my goodness! I don't think we went through. We kind of went through this stuff the other day.
We kind of,
but not like really went through, and I don't remember seeing these.
Well,
what the heck are these?
Look behind you.
Do we have them?
They go to, but here's the thing, though. If they work better than the ones I have...
Well, I'll put them with my stuff.
Yeah, Carrie will put them with her stuff.
Because I have some Alvin and the Chipmunk stuff on my own little shelf.
And I was saying, unfortunately, they've been overwound, so they don't work anymore.
But I don't play with my toys.
Carrie doesn't play with them, but those are really neat.
I'll put those with my stuff. Yeah. I didn't know what this were.
This was a Disneyland... we do have a complete set of these, actually. This was a Disneyland McDonald's Happy Meal giveaway that had little scenes of the parks inside of them when you stare.
Mountain.
Yep. That one's a Space Mountain because it's making the Space Mountain cars. So that's kind of cool. A couple of PVC figments that we don't have. We actually don't have any of these figments.
No.
From
we have a stuffed
Journey into Imagination at the Epcot Center, which is pretty cool. Figment's still a huge part of that pavilion and is a huge deal to this day, character-wise. A cute little... I can never remember her name. Oh my goodness, she... one of the Chipettes, and I can't remember, Janice maybe? Here's our here's our dog Chase.
We tried to get through the episode without him, but he's down there crying.
Yep.
So.
Yep. We got a little. They sent us a little Chipette that we don't actually have in the PVC. One of the Chipettes.
Oh, look how she's like.
Yeah. What's weird is the PVC doesn't have her glasses because she wears glasses.
Does she?
Yeah. And then PVC of Ariel and Sebastian, which I'm always game for Ariel stuff. Even if I have it, who cares? I want it. Awesome stuff. And then another bag here full of stuff. So we've got a vintage Smurf stamp, I believe. Yeah, vintage Smurf stamp there, a little stamper. That was probably out of it's hard to say what that was probably out of. Probably a little stationery set, more than likely. This one's kind of cool. This one was from Love's Restaurants. And it's
Never heard of that
I haven't either. It's just a little burger keychain, but it was probably one of the giveaways that you could get from them, like of one of their version of kids meals or whatnot. That's kind of cool. I've never heard of Love's. We'll have to look up Love's Restaurants. So it's kind of neat. This is a little McDonald land. This is probably it's one of the hamburger characters, because they had a bunch of, like, during the early 80s, the commercials had a bunch of, like, they had the Fry Guys, and they had, like, these little hamburgers that talked, and this looks like to be one of those. But it was this is probably from the early 80s, because we have a couple of these that are they were just these plastic characters that you put together and put wheels on, and they rolled. I think we've got a Grimace in a sailboat that's like this. So this is the only one other that I've seen of these that that anyone's ever come across for us, or whether we've come across it. That was pretty cool. We've got there's an Inspector Gadget in here for me. This was from Burger King Kids Club, and his feet and his neck stretch. And I believe he had a little. This one had a little helicopter piece that connected into his head that he actually could kind of hold on to, or something along that nature, because he's got a little hole in his head though. But the little Inspector Gadget's kind of cool. Rufio from the Hook set from McDonald's was a water squirter. All the Hook toys were you could play with them in the bathtub, basically. They were all built around that idea. So you had 2 sailboats, one with Hook and one with Pan, and Rufio the water squirter, and then Mermaid wind-up that swam. So that was pretty cool. I love this. A little kind of plush Ronald McDonald. This was from '84, and this was one of the Happy Meal giveaways. The fabric's kind of, it's almost like I wouldn't call that vinyl, but I don't know what kind of fabric that is. But nice little representation of
It'll look good with our other McDonald's stuff.
And then a couple of Dick Tracy things. I got they sent a PVC Dick Tracy from the Warren Beatty film, which is kind of cool. I got some Dick Tracy stuff, and then 2 pencil toppers with their pencils.
3.
Oh, 3 pencil toppers. There's the other
These
one.
are neat. I've never seen those.
So we've got Big Boss, Dick Tracy, and Flat Top on little pencil toppers, which are kind of cool with their pencils still. That's pretty neat. You probably see the pencil toppers around, but I've never seen them with their pencils. Those are kind of cool.
Yeah.
But to find a nice place for those, nice place to put those. There's a Masters of the Universe Golden Book video storybooks brought to life, which were basically these were very there was very little animation done to these. Like the mouths kind of moved, and there were some special effects and stuff, but it was mostly just somebody reading the storybook with some voices. Which they animated a little bit of the stories. But the Caverns of Fear and the Land of Shadows, the Sword of Knowledge, and the Eye of Eternia were all the books they covered on this. And I think there were maybe 1 or 2 of these, but these were kind of this predates the Masters of the Universe animated series actually from Filmation by about a year. So that's kind of cool. Sort of neat. a little Disney baby book for Carrie. Snuggle Up. Pluto has a little pup that flops and plops and plays, with wiggly ears and waggly tail for hoppy rompy days. Pretty cute.
Yeah.
Pretty cute. And I'm sure there is the only one that Carrie cares about. Somewhere in here.
I care about them all.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, this book does not have a Goofy.
Boo! That's okay. The rest of them are cute too.
Donald has a cuddle duck.
I have a cuddle bunny right here.
Oh.
That's cute.
That is pretty cute. And then a little bag, there's still a bag of...
a whole bunch of really cool books.
Yeah. Let's see here.
These were like right up your alley.
Oh yeah, these were awesome.
You love this like old...
Ephemera, however you say that.
What do you say?
It's EPHERMIA. It just means paper products, collectibles.
Oh.
Yeah. But some great, they sent along some great vintage Walt Disney World postcards, one of Main Street and one of the Main Street Electrical Parade, which is pretty cool. We found a couple postcards. We don't buy postcards very often, but we have a few, but I don't have these, and that was cool.
Neat.
Yeah, that was really cool. I'll save these for last because those are pretty cool. A Little Mermaid paint and marker book, which is awesome.
Which you don't have.
Which I do not have a paint and marker book.
It's hard to find Little Mermaid stuff that you don't already own.
Yeah, that is very true, but there is.
Neat.
It is cool. There's some great pictures in here, some great paint and marker, easy tear out pages, and then a great, a little beat up, but that's okay. A vintage Mickey Mouse Christmas, Mickey Mouse and Friends Christmas Fantasy, and this would have been '87, and it has been colored in a little bit, but there's still some great. Somebody was the little artist, that's for sure. There are some great little pictures in here though, of Mickey trying to get his nephews to go to sleep for Santa and stuff. So pretty cute little drawings. And then this stuff is really what was right up my alley, which I think is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'd love to know where you guys found this stuff.
Yeah, as would I. This was something you could take back in the day. Where this stands now is where Test Track is at Epcot Center, which before Test Track was the World of Motion. And this was presented by General Motors, and this would have been '84, so this would have been right after it opened. But there's some great pictures in here of the actual attraction of World of Motors, which of course again has since become Test Track. But it's pretty cool. I love this old Disney park stuff like this. It's really neat. And then there's some great stuff in here from like this one is from Disney World 1989. And what's interesting about this is it's all in Spanish, so I'm not my Spanish is not good, but I believe that this might have been a little newsletter possibly, or a little vacation insert for Disney World, but it's Disney World '89. So I'll have to get somebody to. Yeah, I believe it's just a little, because it's got attractions include, and I could read Miami Beach, Miami City, Wet and Wild, Orlando, Cape Kennedy, MGM. So it wasn't actually a Disney World thing.
Places for Florida.
Yeah, but it was sent out by a travel agency for a Spanish travel agency kind of thing. So that's kind of cool. And there's some great stuff in here, like Your Guide to the Magic Kingdom of Walt Disney World, which is from the Tencennial, which is when Walt Disney World was 10 years old, which would have been, oh God, what year was that? Crap, what year was that? Would have been in the 80s, that's for sure. 82. Would have been 10 years in 82. Considering we're nearing 40, I think, now, of Disney World. But it's this great, it's just a great, like, little attraction booklet for Magic Kingdom, which is really neat. I don't have one of these. I don't have. Yeah, it's because this would have been the re-release of Bambi, the release of Tron, the release of the Disney Western Tex, and Never Cry Wolf would have been the features brought out by Disney that year. So that's pretty darn neat. I mean, there's a lot of the Vacation Kingdom, a lot of Walt Disney World Village, stuff like that. Some great old advertisements in the '80s, which is pretty cool. This one is another Tencennial. This one is the Walt Disney World Discovery Guide. This is basically, this would have been something that you basically would have got from a travel agency. It just tells you a little bit about the parks and tells you a little bit about the attractions, some pictures, some of the resorts, some of the like River Country, which is now closed, which has been closed for about a decade and a half now, which is pretty cool. Discovery Island, which isn't open anymore, which is really neat. Welcome to the Magic of a Tencennial. This would have been another little giveaway that a travel agency would have, or that you would have gotten from Disney, actually, because it's got ticket recommendations, 2-day unlimited passport, which was the adult for the 2-day unlimited passport was $23 in 1982.
That's probably a lot of money back then.
Probably quite a bit of money. And then the last thing in here is the Epcot Center Guidebook, which actually is, this is one of the little maps you would get in the park. This one was printed, this would have been '82 as well, because this has the re-release of Pinocchio in it as well. So this would have been '82, but it's gives you a nice little idea of what the what Epcot Center was like in 1982, which is pretty darn neat. A bunch of the World Showcase stuff. Some of the stuff's not there anymore, but this would have had the original Journey into Imagination with Figment, and just some the original Horizons, which was pretty cool. World of Mode, yeah, Journey into Imagination with Figment and Dreamfinder, just some great classic stuff in there. So that was an awesome couple of boxes to get, and we thank you.
It's a lot of stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. It's we always feel really bad when people send us gifts, because it's like, this one feels especially bad. She's like, oh my God, why? Why did they send so much stuff?
I know. And then you always have to tell me, well, we do a podcast and people enjoy it and it's free, so they feel like, and I'm like, and it's still hard for me sometimes to wrap my head around the fact that people actually watch this. And they like it, and they like it enough to send us stuff to thank us for it. It's hard for me sometimes to understand.
We do a lot. I mean, if you think about it, we do a lot of entertaining things for families, for kids. We have a lot of fans that have little kids that have families that love what we do.
Sometimes I just have to remind myself that. But this was awesome. Thank you.
This was a great collection of stuff. So thank you both to thank you Brent, thank you. Get that letter back open there. Brian and Veronica. I'm bad with names, guys. I'm sorry. My memory is filled with this stuff, not stuff that's actually should be important, like remembering people. Who are you again? Yeah. There you go, guys. We'll be back sooner than later with another unboxing special. Probably just me, since unless somebody sends some more stuff for Carrie, and then we'll see her again.
Yeah, and by no means do you have to do that.
No one has to.
But if you want to, I mean, goofy stuff.
Lots of goofy stuff for Carrie.
Well, Or anything.
Yeah, or anything, basically. But make sure you check us out on YouTube. If you're watching this, go to youtube.com/ToyWorldOrder, hit subscribe. Helps us out tremendously. Also, check out youtube.com/BoardToTheShow for all the shenanigans of the show Board with myself, Pixel Dan, and the one and only Puppet Devall. And lots of great stuff on ToyWorldOrder.com and the YouTube site, such as Moments with Puppet Devall, all of our reviews with Puppet Devall, and everything else we do on there. So check that out. And gang, we'll be back real soon. So until then, gang, take care and thanks. Tracy.